Good morning, everybody out there in Math Land. Today, for fourth grade lesson, we will be doing the units of time. We're going to be converting units of time. Now, I am going to go ahead and go to my next page. Sometimes I skip it, so I want to skip it today. We are going to start by looking at our very useful chart right here that is going to talk about all the units of time we have to work with. We know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. We know that an hour has 60 minutes and a day has 24 hours. We also know that a week has 7 days, 1 year has 12 months, and 1 year has around 52 weeks. Okay, that's what we're going to work with for this lesson. So we are going to be doing some conversions, and if you guys remember how we did conversions before the break, we like to put the conversion rule on the top of our problems and then multiply. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to jump straight into my show and grow, okay? It says find the equivalent amount of time. Really, that means conversions right here, okay? I don't want you to get confused by these rules or by these instructions. So conversions, here we go. For 1 minute, we have how many seconds? We have 60 seconds in 1 minute, right? So then we just multiply 60 times that 10. The basic fact is 6 times 1, and then we add the 2 zeros. So in 10 minutes, there's 600 seconds, all right? Now for days and hours. So in 1 day, there's 24 hours. So now for 5 days, we're going to have to multiply 24 times 5. I'm going to go to the side of my paper because I cannot do 24 by 5 in my head. That would be great, but I can't. So 24 times 5, we do 5 times 4. That's 20, carry 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So there's 120 hours in 5 days. I move on. So weeks to days. So in 1 week, there is 7 days. So in order to know how many days are in 8 weeks, I multiply 7 times 8. That's a basic fact that you should know. That's 56. Alrighty. Now for days and seconds. So we have to really do 2 conversions at that point. So we have to convert a couple of things, okay? So we have to think about that in 1 day, how many seconds could there be? Let's think about that, okay? So in 1 day, there are 24 hours. So let's turn 24 hours into minutes first, okay? In 1 hour, there is 60 minutes. So in order to know how many minutes in 24 hours, I have to do 60 times 24. I'm going to do it actually down here. So 60 times 24. 4 times 0, that's 240. I put a placeholder down. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 6 is 12. I'm going to add 0, 4, 4, 1. So this is 1,440. So now, in 1,440 minutes, how many seconds? Right? So in 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. So now I have to do 1,440 times 60. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 4, 0. 0 times 4. That whole line is a bunch of zeros. Placeholder. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 4, 24, carry 2. 6 times 4, 24, plus 2 is 26, carry 2. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So that's 86,400 seconds. So that means that in 1 day, there's 86,400 seconds. However, this says 2 days. So I'm going to have to take that and multiply it by 2. So I'm going to have to do 86,400 times 2. So that is 0, 0, 8, 12, carry 1. 2 times 8 is 16, and 1 is 17. So the answer here is 172,800. So what these are, this is multiple conversions because there wasn't one in our box up here that went straight from days to seconds. So I had to convert and go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller every time. And remember, if you need to see this again, you can always rewind the video and watch it again, okay? Now, let's look at our apply and grow, okay? This is where we're gonna practice our conversions. I'm gonna do some of them, and then I'm also gonna do the ones on the bottom that might need a little bit more explanation. So in 1 year, according to our chart, there's 52 weeks. So in order to know this, I gotta multiply 52 times 7. 7 times 2 is 14, carry 1. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. So 364 days and minutes, okay? Now this is two conversions again, because I know that in 1 day, I have 24 hours. So now I have to do 24 hours in 2 minutes. So 1 hour has 60 minutes. So I have to do my 60 times 24. Now we did that in our previous page, so you can always go back and look at it. So we know that in 24 hours, there's 1,440 minutes. So we do 1,440 minutes, okay? Now, that means that in 1 day, because it's 24 hours, there's 1,000, but I need 4 days. So I'm gonna have to take 1,440 and multiply it by 4. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 4, 16, carry 1. 4 times 4, 16, plus 1 is 17, carry 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. That's 5,760. All right. See, sometimes we have to do more than one conversion, and that's okay. We just have to be patient. 1 week, 7 days. So in 3 weeks, 7 times 3, 21. Not too bad, okay? Now hours and seconds. Now let's think about this. I first have to go from hours to minutes because that's the next step. I cannot skip from hours to seconds. So first I gotta think about it. 1 hour, there's 60 minutes, correct? So in 60 minutes, how many seconds? Well, in 1 minute, there's 60 seconds. So 60 times 60. I can do that in my head because I know that 6 times 6 is 36, and then I put 2 zeros. So that is how many seconds are in 1 hour, but I need 6 hours. So I have to do 3,600, that's what I got here, and multiply it by 6. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 6, 36, carry 3. 6 times 3, 18, plus 3 is 21. So 21,600. All right. A lot of conversions here, but it's going to be fine. Just take your time. 1 year, 12 months, correct? So 12 months times 2, that would be 24 months in 2 years. Weeks to hours. Well, I know I can't skip from week to hour, so I'm going to have to go days first, right? So in 1 week, there are 7 days. Now I know that in 7 days, I have 7 days, and I have to go to hours. So 1 day has 24 hours. So 7 times 24. I'm going to do it over here. 7 times 4, 28, carry 2. 7 times 2, 14, plus 2 is 60. That's 168 hours. Okay? So now, 7 days in a week, 7 days to hours, that's 168 hours in a week, because a week is 7 days. That's how we did that. Moving on, 24 hours to a minute. So 1 hour, 60 minutes, 24 times 60. We've done that a few times already. That's 1,440. years and days. So 1 year, there's 365 days. So times 10, I don't even have to do that. If it's times 10, all I have to do is add a 0 at the end. So 3,650 days. Now it says here, your friend turns 8 years old today. How many months old is your friend? So we have to go from 8 years to months. Conversion rule. In 1 year, there's 12 months. 12 times 8. Okay? You can either do it on the side of your paper or maybe you have it memorized. 8 times 2 is 16, carry 1. 8 times 1 plus 1 is 9. 96 months. We have an old friend. Explain how you can show that 3,000 seconds is less than an hour. Okay? So we would have to go from 1 hour to minutes first. Okay, so let's see, in 1 hour, there's 60 minutes. And then from 60 minutes, how many seconds? So 1 minute, there's 60 seconds. So 60 times 60, here's your explanation. 3,000 seconds is less than an hour because an hour is 3,600 seconds. The number pairs describe the relationship between which two units of time? Explain. 2 and 104, 3 and 156, 4 and 208. Well, we know that 52 times 2 is 104. And what has 52 in it? Well, if we look at our chart, that's weeks. So that means that they're comparing years to weeks. There we go. Okay, so what you're going to do is that we are going to be doing, I'm going to do this last problem, and then you are going to do your homework in your online textbook. Remember, the homework is done online. You log into Edutone. So after I record the video, I'm going to assign you the homework. It's very important you watch the video first. It says here, your cousin makes a 3.5 minute long music video. Your friend makes a 200-second long music video. Who records a longer music video? So that means that this is in minutes and this is in seconds. In order to compare, I have to make them the same. Okay? So we can fill out this chart. For example, in 2 minutes, how many seconds? Well, if in 1 minute there's 60 seconds, conversion rule on the top, right? Then 2 times 60, there's 120 seconds right there, okay? Now, half a minute would be, if a full minute is 60, then half of that is 30. So it's 2 minutes, which is 120, plus 30. That's 150 seconds. 3 minutes, 3 times 60, that's 180, because of the basic fact of 3 times 6 being 18, and then I add a 0. And then the 3 minutes, 180, plus the 30 seconds. That would put us at 210 seconds. So if your cousin made a 3.5 minute long music video, that means it lasted 210 seconds and yours was 200. Your cousin, and then your friend makes a 200-second one. So who records the longer music video? This one right here. So your cousin makes a longer music video. Okay, so good luck with all these problems. If you have questions, you can always post them in the Google Classroom, and I will try to help you as best as I can. I want you to be very patient with yourself when it comes to these problems where you have to do more than one conversion. Do it on the side of your paper and then multiply with however many times that number was, okay? Be very, very patient. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.